So hi everybody, I'm Ali Velour.
Alex Carl, what's up? 57 YouTube subscribers. Hope you're all doing well. Welcome back to the channel. We got a nice fancy microphone here. Hopefully it's working well. Still on our computer video, but maybe we'll get that sorted out soon. We'll see.
Yeah, so we're trying, and please subscribe so we keep on trying.
Yeah.
So we're going to talk, so President Biden just a few minutes ago signed exactly 3 executive orders on immigration.
Yeah, big news, right? I mean, well, we were hoping it was big news because he ran on the platform of making some big immigration changes, a lot of which could come with, first, executive orders, and then secondly, or maybe not in that quite order, but the immigration bill we've all heard about, and we hope that still is submitted to Congress. But today we're talking about the executive orders that he's just issued.
Yeah.
And you're saying it was 3, right?
There was 3 that he just signed literally minutes ago, and that's what we're going to talk about today. The bill that you mentioned, Alex, that's still, being submitted to Congress. Nobody's actually seen the bill, the exact bill, but the goal is to legalize millions of people that are undocumented and living in the U.S. So that's a different topic.
Yeah. Hopefully it doesn't follow the pattern of these executive orders because we had some high hopes for these, and it's a little bit of a softball or punt in our opinion.
Let's go with a punt because so 3 executive orders. One actually, has actual meat on it, and that's to unify to reunify thousands of families that were separated under the previous administration. Basically, babies being taken away from the arms of mothers and fathers. The idea is for that task force to reunite these kids with their families, either get the families' visas to come in,
okay,
or send the kids back, as the case may be, as the families may want.
Okay, that's a very important issue. I'm glad he's tackling that.
Yeah, and we also have a new Secretary of Homeland Security, Alejandro Mayorkas.
Cool. Are you happy with that selection?
Yes, I'm very happy with that selection. He's a Cuban immigrant, or descendant of Cuban immigrants, and he is very knowledgeable within the immigration field.
Okay. What's his background?
He was the USCIS director under Obama.
Cool.
And now he runs the department.
Nice.
So it was not a unanimous vote. I mean, whatever, I have the count here. So it was I don't have the count. But it was not a unanimous vote. So there were...
were we expecting unanimous vote? Probably not, right?
No, but I think there were 40-something naysayers.
Okay.
Which is quite a lot.
Interesting.
Yeah, interesting. Whatever.
Politics.
Politics. But we have the secretary, and the secretary is going to oversee this reunification of families.
Okay.
So it is going to happen. So that's that. But so the other 2 executive orders are kind of lukewarm.
Right. What was the second one?
Well, the second one and the third one are Biden's promise to, in his word, to bring dignity back to the immigration process, to, to clean out the shame and all of the, nice things that he intends to do with the 2 executive orders. But the bottom line, basically, it creates a commission or a task force to review Trump's immigration policies. In a nutshell.
Okay. I don't really see how, so what's the executive order there? The task force that he created in order to review the policies that are now in place?
Right.
Okay.
It just doesn't make that much sense to me. That's why we say it's a punt, because so a lot of these, and we're going to talk about that, a lot of these bans that Trump put in place, they're due to expire in March, right? So it's up to the present administration to extend that or not. So I suppose the purpose of the commission is for the to give information to the president whether to do that. But that's not what he ran on. That's the problem.
Right. Interesting. I didn't know they were. Well, I mean, yeah, I didn't put the pieces together that they're set to expire in March.
Yeah, some of them are set to expire in March, and
so if nothing is done, does that mean they expire in March?
Yes.
Okay, they don't automatically renew then.
Right. I mean, it's up to the president.
Okay.
Whether that would happen or not, but I mean, that's the executive order. I mean, two of them I really don't know what it means. One of them is clear.
Did we go over the third executive order?
Those are the two. I mean, to create. So the New York Times has it that that the second and the third executive orders, they intend to give officials at the Department of Homeland Security, the Justice Department, and the State Department time to evaluate how to undo Trump's policies. It's.
All right.
I mean, whatever.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean anything. That's not what he ran on, and I'm disappointed. Are you disappointed?
I am disappointed, definitely. I mean, besides the first one, the other two really don't seem like an executive order necessarily. I mean,
No.
It's a creation of a task force to review policies. I don't really see how that is a traditional executive order. I don't know.
It's the equivalent of thoughts and prayers.
Right.
Good luck with that.
Yes. Now, in regards to the first one, does that mean they're not going to be separating families now? I mean, in effect, is that what it goes to as well?
Right. I mean, they haven't been separating families for a while, but the first one really goes directly to reunify the families.
Okay.
Right. But that's what we have this afternoon, which is kind of disappointing, but still, leaving the options open. But Alex, do you have information on the national interest waivers?
I mean, a little bit of information on the national interest waivers, yes. We have, a handful or more clients who are impacted by the presidential proclamations put in by Trump, where then they need to qualify for a natural interest exception or waiver in order to be able to travel to the U.S. when they're applying for a visa. Now, the visa can be approved, but if you don't qualify for the NIE, the national interest waiver, then you're not going to be able to enter the U.S. for, X amount of time, but it creates an interesting situation nonetheless. However, each consulate treats the NIEs differently, right? They all have their own kind of documents that they want you to submit in order to show that you qualify for an NIE. Frankfurt for E2 visas, investment visas, so long as, this is the information I'm getting, and I can confirm this next week for y'all, so long as your E2 is approved, then your NIE will also be approved. However, the client should be able to articulate why his or her travel to the U.S. will create significant economic impact or contribution to the U.S. economy. Clearly, these people are investors. They're opening up companies in the U.S. They're employing U.S. citizens or legal permanent residents. So there is an economic contribution or impact that benefits the U.S. economy in its very nature, or else the E2 visa alone is not going to get approved. So they should qualify for the NIE. Some other consulates are more strict, as you've been hearing. Some of them are denying them straight away. I mean, for some visa classes, maybe it makes sense, but it's a fluid situation that is changing every day, really. The backlogs alone at these consulates is creating a headache among us immigration attorneys and our clients alike. It's an everyday process to try to get people scheduled for interviews, seeing what we need to do for NIEs, etc.
I mean, we literally had a phone conference with one of our clients who is a, substantial business owner, restaurant owner, bar owner in Southern California.
Employs over 30 people.
Yeah. So he is lucky enough to, he's in the U.S. We brought him in, but his E2 is still pending in Europe.
Yes, it is. And it's not really, that's not necessarily an NIE issue itself. They put him in the administrative process kind of loophole where, no fault of his own. Sometimes consulates do that. We've been reaching out. They say, hey, background checks need to clear, whatever. That's kind of their excuse. And then COVID happened, and so he falls even into that backlog. Anyways, we reach out. There's no movement. So what do you do then?
So we're going to go to court and sue, because at this stage, our client really has nothing to lose. He's been paying the rent, he's been paying the salaries for a year, he's been doing everything he's supposed to do, putting money out of his own pocket. City of Los Angeles just recently reopened 2 days ago. I mean, COVID happened, yes, but the federal government is not making it any easier. It didn't under Trump, and it's not making it easier under Biden either. You know, companies, federal government needs to open up. Visa offices need to process visa applications. People have businesses. I mean, COVID is a real thing, and for all of us in the States to recover, we need everybody's help, including all the foreign-owned businesses, all the non-immigrant visa holders that run businesses. I mean, this is critical to recovery.
Yes, it is critical to recovery, 100%.
So the American Immigration Lawyers Association, really at the onset, this is before COVID, this is middle of Trump's administration, one of their thing, I don't want to say gimmicks, but it's a gimmick. It's the invisible wall, right, that Trump built,
right,
for to prevent immigration, legal or otherwise. And the invisible wall, I mean, these are the very blocks that Trump built his wall, and unfortunately, Biden, using COVID as an excuse, is not shattering that wall as fast as he should.
Right. Because we were hopeful that today we would have received an executive order specifically targeting the NIEs, right?
Yep.
So removing the requirement that you satisfy the national interest exception.
Yes.
Or, again, E2 visas. The first thing that comes to my mind, because we handle a lot of investment visas for entrepreneurs. Again, clearly, these people should all qualify for the national interest exception. So maybe put some categories automatically qualify for that. Maybe visitors, or if you're applying for a B1, B2 visa, maybe you do need to show that you qualify for an NIE. But at least put some categories saying you automatically qualify just in and of itself, the nature of the visa.
I agree. If anybody from the Biden administration is listening, contact us. We have solutions for you. We can help you. We can help you do things. So the last thing I want to talk about is actually some good news out of Abu Dhabi.
Cool.
Right. So that came out, and so basically the U.S. visa office in Abu Dhabi, which handles immigrant visas for a lot of people, but a lot of Iranians, because there's no U.S. consulate in Iran, so they have to travel to all the neighboring countries, Abu Dhabi being one of them. And it's really hard, to travel anyway these days, but especially for Iranians. So Abu Dhabi this morning announced that they will do virtual interviews.
Cool. Nice.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I mean,
for any specific visas, or is it kind of
immigrant visas?
Immigrant visas?
Yeah,
Okay.
as far as I know.
Okay.
But Alex, why isn't USCIS doing virtual interviews? Why isn't everybody doing virtual interviews?
Well, that's a question I had for you, because Ali recently went to a citizenship interview for one of our clients, and he had to wait in a line outside the building for about an hour, and then they pack you into separate waiting rooms with little to no ventilation in most of them.
Yes.
So you're waiting in these waiting rooms for about an hour or more with a bunch of other people. I mean, yes, people are wearing masks, but I doubt everyone's spaced out according to CDC guidelines and such. But long story short, a lot of those interviews can be done, remotely, 100%, whether it be on some kind of, Zoom platform, whatever it may be. If you can do telephonic hearings in court, which the matters are, I can say it better, but maybe more serious. You are in immigration court, then I would imagine you can come up with some kind of system at the USCIS level as well. But that has yet to be implemented.
100%. So again, if somebody at USCIS is listening, contact us. We have solutions for you. We have solutions for everyone. So I guess that's it for today.
Yeah. It's fun using our new microphone. Hopefully we sound a little bit better.
Is it better?
But yeah, that was good. I had fun talking with you, Ali. Nice to see you.
Okay, so we're coming to you from Bulor Carl Immigration Group. Please subscribe at the bottom. And if you have any questions about these executive orders, about Abu Dhabi, about the national interest waivers, anything really immigration, we're a full service immigration firm here to serve. Contact us.
Yep. Any topics you want us to cover, leave us a comment and we'll make sure to cover it. Be good, be safe, talk to you soon.
Thank you.